Hello everyone, and welcome back to the release video for the turn-based Souls game, Legend of Kilrock. This game's taken a little longer than normal, but it's now a pretty fun state with leveling, looting, and bosses and all of that good stuff. This game was just a little bit too big for a web build, so unfortunately this one is going to require you to download it to play, and that's going to be on PC only. Sorry Mac users, but this one won't run on your machine. Before we jump into the live play, I'd like to give a little overview of the game just so you have a refresher on how it all works. So in starting this game, I was creating a turn-based game, wanted to add RPG elements and a strategic combat in the form of Souls-like actions. As the hero, you battle through 4 different zones to get to the ancient demon known as Kilrock. Along the way, you will defeat all kinds of pixel monsters that award experience and loot. Every time you level up, you get 5 points to spend on any of the 4 attributes you like. Loot dropped by the monsters also boosts those attributes, making you a very powerful hero. Items can come in 3 rarities: common, white, uncommon, green, and rare blue. Bosses also drop legendary items. These should also help with making the transition to harder areas a little smoother. Plus, everyone likes seeing legendary orange-colored gear. Of course, there's some things I would have liked to add to this game before fully releasing it, but I think for right now, it's in a pretty good spot. So if I do decide to add more stuff to it later, then I will. But those kind of things would be like effects during combat, more sound effects, more areas. But again, I was trying to just wrap this up in a decent amount of time, which I think was a little bit more important. So without further ado, let's fire up the Legends of Kilrock. So it's going to be a downloaded thing here, so it'll be in some sort of file structure like this. So just find the Legend of Kilrock and go ahead and double click that, and it'll open up the game. So this is our main menu here. So of course we have our adventure, so you can just go ahead and start diving in there. We have our settings as well here, which is just the volume slider like many of the other games. And we have the how to play as well here. So you are an adventurer set out on a quest to kill Kilrock, an ancient demon that has invaded the world. Fight through various zones using turn-based combat and leveling up. You can only hold 6 items at a time, including equipped gear, so make sure to drop items you don't need. And then use WASD to move around. This game has no saving, and it has permadeath, so if you lose the game in any fashion, then all of your progress is gone. Even if you quit during the game, all your progress is also still gone. So now we've configured our settings, we've learned how to play. Let's go ahead and adventure. So this is your character. They kind of have a flashing light on them just to kind of help with visibility. You have a few different things up here in the top left. So your stats, what level you are, how many points you can spend, and then your base attributes with your health and how much experience you need to the next level. You also have potions here. These will give you a permanent +1 to a certain skill. And then you'll have all of your loot show up here. So let's go ahead and start moving around and try and fight some enemies. So we've come across a skeleton. You can see its health is 20 and it's got the same amount of stamina as us. So you have a few options here. You can either attack, block, dodge, or back up. So attacking, it's going to roll between your agility and their agility. If yours is higher, you'll attack first. If theirs is higher, it'll attack first. So let's go ahead and do that first. So you can see I was quicker than them, and my attack also staggered them. So it did 9 damage out of their 20. I know that this enemy is going to follow up with another attack, so maybe I'll block that one. So if you block when the enemy attacks, you're going to get a critical block, making them stunned for next turn, which makes it very easy to follow up with an attack, which then I've dealt 7 damage to the enemy. You can also dodge in this game. So I've dodged the attack, and then I'm going to finish him off. Now that we've destroyed our first enemy, we can see that we've gained some experience. Now we're 20% to the next level. In our loot, we actually got a rare sword here. The short sword, rare. You can see all the stats in here. So 5 strength, 3 agility, 1 vitality, 0 stamina. So you can see when I equip it here, it does change all of my stats. So let's keep going. We're coming across a fox here, so let's maybe dodge. Maybe we'll block, and then we'll attack. We did 16 damage to them. Doing the backup will restore 50 stamina as well. It's also kind of used as your weight, so if you're not sure what the enemy is going to do, then it's always kind of a safe option to back up. Now that we've defeated that enemy, we got another weapon, so that's okay. Maybe we'll defeat this slime here. Let's see what it gave us. Also another sword. What are the chances of that? Let's fight this fox here. And it gave us a helmet, so let's equip that. And we don't need these extra swords, so let's get rid of those. And as you can see, every item that you equip will actually show on your character as well, so you kind of get an idea of how your character looks. And when you level up, you have a nice little effect too. So now let's go to our stats and see what's happening here. So we get 5 points. So let's put some into maybe our health here, and then maybe some into our strength, and maybe 1 to our agility. And you can see we got a better iron mail here, so let's unequip the one that we have and equip the new one. We also got a new potion when we walked into that chest, which we got a health one, which we don't really need to use just yet. And let's see what we got from them. Again, just another random chest. And there we go, we got a better blue item chest. So you can see our stats are looking pretty good. And now with having some pretty strong loot, we're pretty much able to take care of most enemies, at least in this first area. There is one kind of bug that does happen, and that is every time you move to a new area, your equipment unequips. So just go back to your loot and equip the 3 items that you need. If you have any extra items, you can just toss those away, and everything will still be totally fine. There's many paths to take here, but I'm just going to show you the boss, I think. And let's get rid of their terrible items. Again, make sure to equip your items. And then let's take on the giant slime. As you can see, you are blocked. You can't go past until you defeat him. Maybe we'll try blocking and then attacking. As you can see, my stamina is starting to get low, so maybe I'll back up this time. And there's a chance that you can both deal damage to each other at the same time too. And you are able to attack through their dodge if your agility is faster than their agility. I hit their shield, so I was staggered, so it's going to be a free hit on me. But let's go ahead and defeat it. So now defeating a boss will give you a legendary piece of item, or legendary item. And so you can see I got the slime skull cage, which it's just a little bit better than our iron helm when it comes to the amount of health and the amount of stamina. Also gives us a little more agility, so let's go ahead and equip that. Nice. And then let's not forget to get our potion here, which it's an agility potion, so let's go ahead and use that. And that's going to give us a permanent +1 to our agility. We also have points to spend, so make sure to definitely spend those. And then we're into the next zone. So I think I'll probably stop it here, just so I don't kind of show any other spoilers. So making this game was a blast. I had to learn and relearn a lot for this one. So making a pretty decent turn-based combat system to making a working inventory system. Scriptable objects were really the superhero of this game. They streamlined the creation of all of the enemies and all of the items. So it really made this game a little bit easier to play through. Making a game a week is fun, but the games usually lack a little bit of polish that I would like my games to have. So I think going forward with the channel, I'm going to be working on bigger and bigger projects. So we might not see a new game every week, but instead you might see a new game maybe once a month, something like that. So I'm not 100% sure what game I'm going to be making next, but I will be posting a video or some sort of update on Monday to share with you the future plans that I have for this channel. So expect that new game to take longer than 1 week and have quite a bit of depth to it. I'll probably stick to a current schedule where about 2 or 3 videos a week, just with different stages of progression for that game. If you have any game ideas or suggestions, I'd love to hear that in the comments below. Again, thank you so much for being patient for this game, and I hope you enjoy the game as well. And thanks for making it this far in the video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next week.